That's host You're Too Sweet on the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric in 104.1 KRBE. We are in the window of the secret sound, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. 5 chances today to win some money. The jackpot is at $1,144. But I also want to point out to you guys that as we go through the days of the rodeo, we've got more tickets on field level from Raising Cane's with a parking pass.
Oh, that's the big one.
8 o'clock today, we're playing the No Name Movie game, and your prize is to close out the rodeo with Luke Bryan in Raising Cane's field level seats, and they give you a parking pass to make it an easy go to get there.
Now, we played this game 1 week ago, and this is where...
Was it last week?
I think so. That's where we made the discovery that I say, oh, to begin every sentence.
Oh, maybe that was 2 weeks ago then.
Was that 2 weeks?
Yeah.
You'll have to bring back the O song. The
yeah.
Or you'll just do it again.
Yeah, you'll end up doing it.
I know. I don't know what it is. It is my crutch. Oh.
You get excited.
Yeah.
So Raising Cane's, thank you so much. You're an official sponsor of the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo, and we get the benefit from that because we got tickets from them to give to you at 8 o'clock with the No Name Movie game.
Spam calls? He answers them all.
Scammy scam.
May I beg your pardon? What do you mean by scammy scam?
The Special K's telemarketer turnaround
So you have a beautiful voice.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Everybody told me that.
on the Roula and Ryan Show.
104.1 KRBE.
We have learned that these telemarketers are very perverted if Kevin goes down that route.
When they can't make the sale, for some reason, they go for a perversion.
They hit on you.
Yeah.
There are some folks who like to do that with me, and today not so much. It's definitely a PG. I have a couple different houses. I'm very fortunate. Booster and I have purchased a couple, and sometimes renters don't pay, and then you have to boot them out of there. Now, you don't want them squatting, and it's sometimes very difficult to get folks out of your house. So when this individual calls looking to buy my home, I have to reveal that unfortunately there are squatters in there, and she might have to get them out herself. So we're going to pick up this call with her asking me about my particular home and what's involved with it, and then I will let her on to know that unfortunately there are squatters. There, here we go.
Do you think there's a possibility of you like selling it within 2 to 3 months, especially if it's an offer that you like?
I've got some people staying in there that just won't leave. They're squatting.
Oh, okay.
They locked the door on me and they pistol whipped me and they stole my Ozempic, and now, someone needs to get in there and run them out.
Oh, my God.
Because, they're squatting. Like I said, I don't know if you've ever dealt with squatters, but here we are. And I'd love you to come on down here if you got a shovel or a blowtorch or something. I tried raccoons and to the point I might have to try a kangaroo, boxing kangaroo. Have you ever dealt with squatters?
No, haven't yet.
No, well, there's something else. What had happened was they moved on in there, and then the hurricane happened, and now they won't leave. And so I hollered at them a little bit, and I released some raccoons up in the house, and that didn't seem to run them off. So I'm at the point of alligators now. Something. Yeah. Are you at the house? Maybe they will let you in.
Oh, okay. I understand. No worries. Okay, but by the way, do you maybe have like any other properties aside from this or vacant land that you're looking to sell?
I'd never tell.
Okay, no worries. Well, I will have my manager check on this. Sorry, you said you do have other property that you're...
Oh, yeah. I'm a real estate millionaire, but you'd never know what I drive. I've got a 1973 Buick LeSabre, and I'll come on down there. I mean, unless you're a squatter, then I'll just come down and holler at you. What kind of car do you drive, young lady?
Actually, I don't drive either.
Oh, my goodness, you're not of age yet. You're not allowed to drive yet? Your parents haven't taken you out?
I do, but I just don't drive yet.
Maybe you like to take a bicycle or a tricycle. Can you ride a bicycle? My best friend, Roula, she can't ride a bicycle yet.
Yes. Okay. Well, actually, Kevin, I really appreciate your time today, okay? But I will have my manager check on this.
Hold on there. I didn't even get to tell you about my she shed in the back there. It's actually where I've been staying since the squatters booted me out of there, but it's where I clip my toenails and keep my bird skeletons, and sometimes I like to come out here and smell them. you know, pose them in different ways and, you know, make them have little puppet shows and whatnot. Please don't leave me. You got to go?
Yes. Thank you.
Oh, Erica, I really enjoyed our conversation. I hope we can meet in person. Hello?
Oh, my.
Jeepers.
Oh, my God. You like to clip your toenails and smell your bird skeletons in your
And you know
shoe
what,
shed.
though? There is nothing far-fetched about that. Older people, they are so lonely, and they want to talk and talk and talk. But what's so funny is...
Okay, that's enough.
Okay.
I
your
love
friend
how
is
she
right,
just
great.
does not give a crap about anything you say. You could say that, yeah, I just suffered a horrendous loss. Okay, thank you.
Well, here's the difference, though. Usually, the telemarketers, he can say the most horrific things, and they're like, okay, but can we talk about this sale? She was just ready to get off the phone with you.
Yeah.
She was like, okay, thanks for
worked.
your time.
You're the first person to actually do the opposite.
Yeah, you drove her to want to hang up on you, Kevin. Bravo. That's amazing.
You wanted to keep talking.
I think I've heard that before.
Don't leave me. Come up with this.
Yeah.
I'm out in the back in my she shed, clipping my toenails
toenails.
and posing dead birds like a puppet show.
Well, we had the bit about
Yes, we
the
did.
person who collected
What do
bird
you collect?
skeletons.
Oh, I
She
remember.
collects
That was-
bird carcasses.
That was
Years ago.
2006.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
And we
was.
still remember
19
that.
And I
years
remember
ago.
that because that same phone call section of the segment where she did the bird skeletons and the next lady said she collects scabs. I was like, that is disgusting.
There's some weird collections out
I
there.
don't know what is happening right now, but I don't ever need to know that. So I would say get in touch with Kevin for a prank call. You can do that
Oh,
at
please do it.
krve.com/prank call requests. But then we get the gift when the robocalls and the scam calls come to him. That's right. All right, coming up next, we're going to go around the table. Go ahead.
I'm just sad because I saw this list.
Yeah.
It said, those of you who grew up poor, what was your favorite meal? And I started reading the meal. I'm like, holy crap. Half of these
Struggle
Still?
meals.
that's what I ate.
That's what they're called, struggle meals.
I'm like, I didn't know I was poor as a kid. I guess I got good parents. They didn't let me know I was poor.
Yeah.
Or by maybe like the
I want to read
in
this.
the 80s
Or maybe
and 90s,
these are
that was just regular
maybe this is the
food.
food we ate in the 80s and 90s.
But in 2025, it's poor food.
I
That
guess
was your baseline. You know,
I'm
you
gonna-
knew better.
I'll give you some
Know
of
better.
this
All
food
right.
when we come back, and you guys can all say,
See if
were
we've
we all
eaten it.
poor?
Is it a struggle meal or is it just
norm.
80s and 90s recipes?
Yeah. Wasn't much to choose from back then.
We'll find out next on the Rule and Ryan Show with Eric.
Cash in with the secret sound on KRBE.
Oh, yeah. We have it again.
Whoa.
Excuse me. Look
Nice.
at this. The secret sound is worth $1,144. We're looking for you, caller 104, right now at 833-390-KRBE. You are going to attempt to guess this secret sound. One more time. If you don't get it, we're adding another $104 to the pot. If you get it, you're scoring $1,144.
Now, have we sent out a clue yet?
Not yet. Not yet.
Not yet.
But if you sign up with the word secret to 37530, you get the times that we play this game 5 times a day, Monday through Friday. We'll send you those times. But that's also how you get the clue. And when the clue comes out, then it's on. Because then we start seeing people texting us, I got the clue. I know what it is. I know what it is. Well, you got to be caller 104 to try and play. So while we get caller 104, Eric, why don't you tell us about this struggle meal?
I was just, on the internet yesterday, and all of a sudden I saw this thing where it said,
Of course you were.
those of you
Yeah,
who grew
right.
up poor, what was your favorite meal? I'm like, oh, that's interesting. Let me see what people say.
Okay.
And then I'm reading the list. I'm like, oh, I like that. I eat
Okay.
that.
Like you still eat that, or you like it
I don't really eat as much.
because
But
you're not poor anymore.
I guess
Now he
that's when I
steak.
realized I was poor.
Fancy
I'm just
places.
But the number one thing, and I would do this, I just forget to make it. Mac and cheese with hot dogs.
Macaroni and cheese and hot dogs.
Yeah, macaroni and cheese and hot dogs.
But I'm like, I don't think it has to be poor people for that. That's
No, they have specialty stores
special
that deal
palate
with
pleaser.
only mac and cheese.
They don't put they ain't putting hot dogs up in
No.
just Mac.
But if they are, they're very gourmet.
And I did
Yeah, I use the little smokies for
Gourmet.
Santi. You know,
You
little
do.
smokies that you
Yeah.
use like for pigs in a blanket. That's Santi loves that.
This one, they call them poverty nachos. Do you know what that is?
What
Yes.
is that? What's poverty nachos?
I do this.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No. What do you think it is?
I just think it is. You take your normal tortilla chips, you take your shredded cheese, you put it in the microwave until
Bam!
the cheese melts, and there you go.
Oh, I did that
I
all the
used to
time
do that all
growing
the
up.
I still do that.
But
That
I
is
didn't know that
so
was poverty
nasty.
nachos.
It is.
That
It's
is-
plain.
Is
Oh,
it?
it's
I liked it.
Yes, no, that cheese. The
I
way
know it
that
kind of hardens,
melts,
but I kind of liked it.
You have to get the
I know
right
it's
kind
good.
of cheese.
And I would put a little
But
dollop of
that's just
salsa on
it. You're
every
not
single
getting
one
the
of
right
them.
kind of cheese
if you get
you're
that
poor.
Sargento stuff and just sprinkle
How
it
about-
all over the chips.
Hamburger helper. I love that
I
stuff.
loved that in college.
College?
Loved
Never
that.
tried it
I
in
was
college.
poor then. I guess maybe it is a poor thing.
And then I spent money on the Velveeta one. Like you could
damn.
upgrade
Oh, okay.
to the Velveeta.
Sidebar,
Thank you,
from a
SpongeBob.
child's perspective whose family owns a restaurant, I've never had like shake and bake or hamburger helper, things like that, because of the fact that my parents would either make us Greek food because we are Greeks on their off time, or we would
make it
just
for you.
eat at Christie's.
Try Tuesday.
So yeah, hamburger helper. I've never had it.
Let's all make our
Never.
quote.
There's like
air
an upgraded
quotes,
hamburger
poor
helper
poverty
you
food.
can make that I found
Now,
on Pinterest.
can I make
Not as much sodium.
shake and bake?
okay.
I make a mean shake and bake chicken.
I haven't eaten
I
that
feel like
since
I did shake and bake
2020.
in my 20s when I was shopping for myself and I'd seen the commercial so much that I want to try this. I have a vague memory of a Ziploc bag with shaking chicken in it. That's what shake and
Back
bake
in
is, right?
'98, they had
Or they did pork chops.
frozen
That's what my mom did.
vegetables with chicken in it, and you could just open the bag and then cook it all together.
Yes, I remember that.
I still have that now in the freezer
Skillet-
section.
But that's when it started.
Skillet meals.
'Cause I used to love that when it first started. I'm like, this is awesome.
Did your mom or dad or any of y'all have like a schedule, like a routine? Like my mom, one night would be her spaghetti, one night would be shake and bake pork chops, one night would be meatloaf. Like we always had like a repertoire, and she'd
I
go
think
to
my
her
kids wish we
same
had
10
that. We do
meals
not have
all the time.
That's the hardest part as a parent
Oh my God,
nowadays.
what are they going to
Oh
feed
my
your
God.
children?
What are they gonna eat?
You don't give them a
Yes.
choice. You just say, "This is what we're having."
But is spam on there?
Let's see. No spam. TV dinners. Salisbury steak. Oh,
That's
yeah.
all my husband ate growing up.
Hungry man.
Yeah, we had
Yes.
some of
He
those.
would eat like
Man,
three
yeah.
of them, Kev. 3 of them.
3 hungry
Which
men?
ones did he
Those
get?
are the big ones.
Fried
I know.
chicken, or did he get the
they
Salisbury
really
steak?
big?
I think he got like all of them. I'm like, how are
Variety.
you not fat?
Yeah.
That's how you grew up.
That was a
Well,
treat,
because he was
though.
he was
We're
a
allowed to have
growing
that.
boy who was probably exercising
You
and
burn
he
it
needed the
off.
fat and the sodium and the calories and all that.
It's just,
That little mashed potatoes and that little.
yeah.
They never heated at the
stir 'em.
same
One of them had though, like
time, though.
either apple or cherry cobbler.
Yeah,
In the
that was.
corner.
I didn't like the cherry. I got mad if it was cherry.
Oh, I love that one.
But when you put them in
Each
the
of the box.
microwave, the different compartments
I never did
didn't
microwave,
cook
but-
at the
No,
same
they
rate.
didn't.
Oh,
So it's like
man.
you're like your meat might be frozen, but
But the green
potatoes
beans,
are,
they had shrunk into little
Yes.
like nubs.
They didn't have the same consistency.
And
What
then
else
this
is
one
the
I really
starter
like.
meal?
I'll end it before because I know we got the 104th caller. Toasted bread. You put butter on it, and then what do you do?
Add Parmesan cheese to it.
Cinnamon sugar.
Oh.
Like a
Oh
dessert.
yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
I do that when
Yeah.
I'm sick.
That's called
That's
cinnamon
delicious.
toast. That's what we
It's
had.
so good.
I
yeah.
did that all the time.
We used to
That's
make
how I make garlic bread. Parmesan
yeah.
cheese
Oh, you
with
do?
like garlic powder.
Oh, that's good to know.
I did that in the
I used to
oven.
do a slice of bread in
Yep.
the oven with a slice of American cheese and just have like melted cheese sandwiches
Sam-
versus a grilled cheese.
Sam, you and I
We
weren't
hated
poor.
them, but we
We're
had to
just
eat them.
we were white
No,
trash,
we
I
just,
guess.
Now,
yeah,
did you
it's
have,
like this food.
It was
Did
just
you have
cheap.
butter crackers? Would you take a saltine,
I
a
still do
little
that.
butter, and some salt on it?
No.
Not, I don't
no,
want salt
salt.
on that. Salted butter.
It's already got
The
saltines.
salted butter, yeah.
Yeah, and the saltine already has salt. That was actually the chips and salsa back in the day when, since Christie's has been around so long, that's how they would, in the 50s and the 60s, when you sat down, it was premium saltine crackers with butter packets, and you would have that as like your, like something to eat before you ordered your
Like
food.
the bread
What were
to
the ones-
table.
Yeah, yeah.
You got restaurants I know had that
gosh.
ones that look like little cigars, like little breads, but they're thicker. I would always open
Well,
them.
you could do a variety basket because then it evolved to Melba toast and saltines for a long time.
I
at
didn't like the rye
restaurant.
ones. The rye ones.
And then,
Ew.
and then they gave us
Icky.
the option. They were trying. I remember they were trying to sell my
I want the
dad on
cigar-looking one.
having like the club crackers, the sesame breadstick.
Yeah, that breadstick. Yeah.
the sesame breadstick, the Melba toast, and the premium, and that just drove up cost for no reason. Like it's fine with the Melba toast and the saltines.
Oh no!
What
As
about
a kid, we
Ritz?
love those things.
Ritz and peanut butter.
Ritz and peanut butter.
Yeah,
I mean
that's
that's
still
not a
fun.
snack
Those are
I
good.
ever went to.
Oh,
but
really? I eat
saltines
that
and
now.
Nutella is actually something that's delicious. People don't realize. You get Nutella and you put that on a saltine.
I said that butter
the
on it.
saltiness and the
Yeah.
chocolate spread,
Slippery down your
hazelnut
throat.
spread. Let's see. Let's go to this.
Another winner? Cha-ching, cha-ching. Or an even bigger jackpot.
104.1 KRBE's Secret Sound.
All right, my friends, we are at $1,144 on this sound. Every time there is a wrong guess, we add $104. It started at $104. There is not a clue yet, but we do have wrong guesses that we will share so you don't guess again the wrong thing. We've got Liz standing by. She's caller 104. Hi, Liz. Congratulations.
Hi.
Hey, Liz.
Hey. You're like cautionary.
You're halfway
high.
there.
Like, I'm not sure.
Oh, we're halfway there.
Yeah. Oh, living on a prayer. Because that's what she's doing. She's praying to win.
All right.
Okay, $1,144, Liz, if you can guess this secret sound. Listen to it carefully on your phone. One more time. And then Sam is going to tell you the whole list that she's got in front of her of all the wrong guesses, Liz. So do not guess this.
It's not bubble wrap popping, TV static, Tic Tacs, a bug zapper, spaghetti breaking, taser, pages flipping through a book, paper fan, stepping on leaves, or chips. These are not correct, Liz.
Okay, Liz, for $1,144, what is the secret sound?
I think it's too close to a taser, but it sounds like a cattle prod to me.
Cattle prod taser. Is that the same family? It's not a cattle prod, but...
I know what you mean. I used to have a cattle prod.
Kind of wish it was, so we can give you some money. But it's not. I've never seen one. I've never heard one.
Nope.
I know that they exist, but I've never seen one or heard one. I don't want to know one.
Our pigs.
So, no, it is not a cattle prod. We will add that to the list of wrong answers, and we will add another $104 to the jackpot. So the next time, Liz, we play, it's $1,248 you're playing for, and you could be caller 104 again. There's no stopping you from trying again. Okay.
Hey, it's the first time I've gone through to y'all ever this morning. So
we got 4 more chances today.
That's a win right there.
It is. Liz, happy Friday and have a great day. Maybe you'll get through for the next one.
Doesn't
Maybe
pay your
there's a clue
bills.
coming to
No. Now, Roula, if somebody
does not.
wants to get a clue, if we do a clue in the near future, how do they do that?
Well, if you text us the word secret to 37530, that's when we send you all the times we play Secret Sound, and that's also how we send you the clue. It comes to your phone, and it's usually some little riddle or a rhyme, and you got to try and figure it out. Then everyone's like, I think I'm figuring it out. I'm going to be caller 104. And so we've got 4 more chances today to play. We do it Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., 5 chances a day. Are people texting you with their foods?
Well, someone's like, oh, that food, I'm going to check my finances now because I've been eating that stuff all the time. They didn't realize they're poor like me.
It's really good.
Maybe I'm just not poor. I'm just poor when it comes to my choices of food.
Right.
Poor
There's
choices.
nothing
Or
wrong
it was
with that.
probably easy because look at how much we complain now, but the worst question you can get as an adult is, what are we eating tonight? Like the family dinner question, because you're like, oh gosh, I have to feed them
It
all
drives me
something.
nuts.
And your son's only 2. Right now, he's still willing to kind of go for some of the good
He
stuff you
literally
want to
will
give
eat like
him.
a peanut butter sandwich. Like if I'm like, okay, I'll make something, and he's like, nope. I'm like, okay, peanut butter sandwich. That's
The
what you're
worst
getting.
is, Sam, when I have to like budget out my day of like, if I want to actually cook dinner for my family,
Yes,
I got to get started at like 2 o'clock. Right,
Really?
I really gotta get started
That
earlier because
early?
if I gotta go do school pickups and whatever I'm gonna make, I gotta have all the ingredients, got everything ready. And so my go-to meal is Greek chicken and potatoes. I feel like it's easy, it's fast, I can get it done, and it's good. And I will make that.
What
And
about
the
the
kids are
vegetable?
like, well, I don't want any
Vegetable?
chicken.
A vegetable? You don't get any
Well, I
vegetables
call
up in
it
there?
The
chicken potatoes, but
potato
there's
is a
celery and
vegetable.
carrots in there too.
Okay, that
You can do
potato's
onions
not a
too if you want.
Nah, that's a start.
It's close enough.
No, I do carrots too, and the
Came from the
carrots are so
ground.
good because they caramelize. Oh my God, they're so good. And it's really fast and easy. And there's this other thing I did years ago on Instagram, and one of my friends swears by it. It's so funny how you don't know what you post is going to stick. I posted this unique way to just make a whole roasted chicken without having to worry about it. And she goes, do you know I make that chicken like 3 times a week? My husband loves it. It's the easiest thing in my life. I go,
What
oh my
is
God,
it?
I don't even use it. Remember when I did the Killen's turkey where you have
Yes.
to put the turkey in the oven at 500 degrees, then turn off the oven, let it sit there for 8 hours?
yeah.
And it's amazing. It's the same concept with a chicken, but you don't need to do it that long because chickens are small. So it's like a 6-pound chicken. You put it in like a Dutch oven or some kind of a pot that you can put in the oven. You put all the vegetables, you put your seasonings, you put the whole roasted chicken in there. You close the top of the chicken pot so it's concealed, right? You put it in the oven at 500 degrees for like 20 minutes and turn off the oven. 2.5 hours later,
Smells
you have
like
the most
inertia,
amazing fall
you
off the
know?
bone chicken.
It works.
Oh my God. My friend does it all the time. I made it once for a family friend who had just had a baby, and my house smelled amazing, but I couldn't try the chicken because it wasn't
man.
for me.
Oh, I remember you talking
You know, I
about
said that.
this.
That's what that was?
And I was like salivating because I was like, oh my God, this smells amazing. This smells amazing. Oh, the trick also at the end is take the top off and put the oven on broil so you can brown the skin crunchy,
get it
like
crunchy.
yummy. And it's really good. So when I took it to her house, I was like, I just really need y'all to cut into the chicken so I can see how it is. I just really need to see how it is.
Okay, when I go on maternity leave,
I'll make you this.
You can make me that because you're
I'll bring it
making
to
the
you.
chicken. I probably can eat it. If I have to cook it, I probably won't eat
Yeah,
it.
you don't like making
but then you
chicken.
can hold the baby and you can eat it.
Yes. Oh, yeah, let me try it.
Not the baby,
Yeah.
the chicken.
Yeah. Oh, not the baby. Sorry. Did I say
Sam, I
that?
think what you...
Yeah.
Big
You
baby.
know what I meant.
Is
I
it
like
like
my
a baby
tiny-
chicken,
man?
Don't you cut up my baby.
I think you need to like give us an assignment. Like one
so
day of the
fun.
week, Rolla will make you a meal. I'll make you a meal.
Oh, I would love that.
We can all-
Because
we can all
it
do
is
that.
hard when you have
It
a
is
newborn
so
to think about food.
I'll
nice.
cook you a meal.
So
I
like
would
even like
love
DoorDash
that.
gift cards
Yeah, I'll
are great
DoorDash
for a
it for
pregnant
you.
friend.
Yeah, that's fine.
You don't want
And then
me
your
cooking.
wife could just come over and hug
I
on
like
the baby.
cooking.
Yeah,
It'd
no,
be
I
good
would
to make
absolutely
you
love
a
that.
meal.
My mom was so sweet last time before maternity leave is she made all these freezer meals and then like wrote out like how long to cook it. You know,
That's
was it
nice.
a crock pot? Was it something I could throw in the oven?
Yeah.
Was it something I could throw in a pot? And she did so many of those, and that is so helpful. So if anybody is in your life,
just give me a
that is about to
request,
go on maternity
like what you
leave.
like,
Yeah.
and I'll cook it.
That's
Speaking
awesome.
of food,
Thank
Roula, do you have you on YouTube? Are there any videos of what a grocery store looked like? Because I've seen ones like they go back. Here's what McDonald's looked like in 1993.
Or they'll say, here's the mall in 1991.
I want to see like what a grocery store looked like in like 1983.
Yeah, I still have,
we have so many
vivid memories of it.
Eric,
but I
there are
don't-
Facebook
haven't
groups
seen
for
videos.
all that stuff.
Because I want to see what a grocery store
What
looks
did
like.
Safeway look like in 1984?
Now there's
in
so
Houston,
many
Texas?
choices of like Little Debbie. It used to be you had like 4 to pick from.
Right.
Now there's like 400.
The grocery stores were probably,
Bread.
you think, much smaller too, because there
Oh,
wasn't
I
as
bet.
much selection.
You know, actually,
Yeah, we
here's
had Eagle,
my
which turned into a Kroger.
here's my observation on that. When Randall's on Voss, there's a Whole Foods on Voss.
Yeah.
There's a Trader Joe's across the street from it. If you're at
Oh, yeah.
Voss and San Felipe, there's like a Texaco station. There's like a strip center with different stuff, and there's this giant Whole Foods.
Goody over there.
That used to
whatever.
be.
Is there a Goody
Or that
Goody?
liquor store?
Oh,
whatever.
it used to be. No, that's something else
It's
now. I
gone
think
now?
it's the Kelsey Siebold Clinic now.
Oh man.
Okay, so I know this area very well because it's very close to the family restaurant. So I know all the geography from like my childhood growing up, all those areas. When Randall's on Voss opened up, it was a game changer. Like my dad want to take our relatives that came from Greece to go see it. Like,
It was a
unbelievable.
flagship, too. It was like
a
a big
flagship
one.
Randall's, and it had we had never seen anything like that. Like to your point, Eric, about what did the grocery stores look like, or Sam's point about it was smaller. This was a huge grocery store. It offered so many things. Like the deli counter had this, had that, and there was one on Westheimer, I think, where the Torchy's Tacos is now, past the Beltway, and that one was even bigger because they had like a smoke pit room or something.
I do remember that.
Do you
Yes.
remember that? That
Yeah,
was like a
ceilings?
big thing in the food industry in Houston.
The ceiling's big or no? 'Cause
Yeah, really high
They
ceilings.
were high. You'd
It
see
was a really
birds
big one.
sometimes that would get in the store and they'd be flying around.
And the Randall's on Voss is part of my radio story. When I share my story of how I got into radio, we had run out of strawberries at Christie's for the cheesecake. And my sister said, go get some strawberries. And I went to that Randall's on Voss because it's close to the restaurant. There was not an H-E-B on Fountain View yet or on Westheimer. And those strawberries from Randall's is what got me to hear KRBE when Paul Clay Ryan said, I'm so tired of ordering pizza if you have a restaurant that will deliver food. And that's how I delivered food to KRBE. And that's how I got the fire for radio.
Go into it.
All because of those
Thanks.
Randall's strawberries
That's funny.
on Boss. But yes, I'm sure if we Google it, Eric, we'll
I'm gonna
find
see what-
something about
Eric,
what
I
we
recommend-
recommend.
Chips, like,
80s
our
look like.
chips they were yellow bags. They said chips. The soda it was
soda?
yellow cans. It said root beer, cola,
Oh my
and
gosh.
it was 8 cents, I think, or 5 cents. But back
What?
then, no, this is like the 80s.
Dang.
Yeah, so
Well,
far
here's
I'm
what you can
finding
do.
just ads for
There's-
Safeway, but not actual walkthroughs of Safeway.
Okay.
There's a Facebook group, and I think it's called Back in the Day. And you type in like the dates, the years of your childhood years.
And they give you videos?
And what they'll do is they'll custom tailor it to you, and you'll see. And they have a Houston one, and you can see what things.
Because nobody
look
had
like.
video cameras back then.
No, nobody
recorded like
carried
that.
that stuff. I
Like-
remember you mentioned Safeway in 1984. I can tell you something that sounds weird. I remember as kids, we would play video games there. They had like Asteroids and Defender
Like
and all those
Pac-Man, I
things.
bet.
Pac-Man. Yeah, they had video games in the front, like where the carts
My
would
wife
be.
said she would. Her mom would give her $1, and she'd play it, and my mom would be in there for like 40 minutes, an hour, and she'd play on that $1.
Oh, yeah.
Miss Pac-Man, she was a
$1,
beast,
because
yeah.
she was winning.
Well,
at
she's
it.
really good.
Wow,
She
that's
played an
amazing.
hour.
Yeah, she could play.
Yeah, you can find
I
a
won't play her
Safeway
at that
commercial
game.
from 1984 on YouTube, but they're showing mostly the items, not really the whole walk through the store. But I'm sure some people send us
Or
links.
what's that game where you have to shop or sweep or something?
Oh, Supermarket Sweep.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe I can go find old videos of those back in the day.
Oh, but those
that
Supermarket
was a
Sweep, those
set.
really big. It's a set of a grocery store that's way bigger than the 90s
Yeah.
grocery
Oh, it
stores.
is.
or
Like
the
a
80s
grocery store didn't
stores.
really look like that.
Yeah. Coming up next, we have another celebrity that would like to let us know that is not her name. But now that she's famous, it's just going to be her name. We're going to add her to the list of names we say around Kelsey Kelts, Tegan Tigan, and now this one. We'll give you some scoop next on the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric. Ready to go to Galveston the next day to do the podcast there for the Raw Feed on the Road. You can also hear that when you download our podcast.
That's a fun
or you
show.
Want to hear our podcast?
Especially for spring break, if you're
catch that.
traveling. We do them every Thursday. We've done it since January 1st.
You can binge
Yeah.
them.
I mean, there's a bunch from the past. Like
Sure.
hundreds and hundreds of them.
Right.
I'd say the earliest ones are probably the most not safe for work ones.
I don't even know if they're on there anymore. Like, I've never gone back to see how far they go.
Also, it's speaking of spring break time, Eric. Yes, that's a good point. If you're on a road trip to hear that, but during spring break on Monday, we're starting Post Malone giveaways, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Malone Monday.
Oh, yeah, Malone Monday.
on Monday. every hour, score Post Malone tickets because he's here on Tuesday, the 18th of March for Rodeo Houston. And at 8 o'clock this morning, we're going to play the No Name Movie Game for Luke Bryan tickets. He's closing out the rodeo on March 23rd, and these are field level tickets with a parking pass.
There's always something fun going on this station.
Always,
Listen,
always.
Yeah.
Always giving away the hottest, coolest things.
Fun experiences. All right. Now, before I tell you how you can make some money, if you love movies and pets, let me tell you about the latest celebrity on the list of whose name is wrong. Now, as opposed to Chrissy Teigen, who's actually Teigen, it's just pronounced wrong, and she just kind of can't get that. What's that phrase? Get that boat back to the dock or whatever. You said the fish is already out. You can't. What is like a phrase I'm looking for?
What would the fish one be? I've never heard that
What's
one
the
before.
fish one?
The fish is out of the boat?
The fish is out of the
What is the one like it's already
aquarium?
out? You can't get it back. What is? There's a phrase
The
about
genie's
that.
out of the bottle.
I've heard
That's
that
it.
one.
That's it. The genie is out of the bottle.
That one sounds accurate.
We can't. We can't go Teigen now. Has to be Teigen. Don't you love my immigrant background? I don't know all the things. I didn't learn that, but I know what Jimmy shoes are, and y'all don't. Anyway, okay. So we've got Chrissy Teigen. We've got the Kelsey brothers. It's Kels. But it's Kelsey, but it's Kelsey. And if you loved Stranger Things, then now we've got this conversation that Chris Pratt had with Millie Bobby Brown. Here we go.
My middle name is Bonnie. It's
Millie Bobby Bonnie Brown?
No, it's no Bobbie. It's Millie Bonnie Brown.
I didn't hear that this morning.
Roula.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Well, now we lost the rest of that quote out there.
Yeah.
No
Okay,
one
I'll
heard
just
the
tell
rest
them.
of it.
Changed her name for Poops and Giggles.
Oh my God. I did not hear her say that this morning when I heard it.
So she changed her name from Millie Bonnie Brown
To Millie Bobby Brown.
Bobby Brown. Just
But on her, for
'cause she
this,
wanted
the only
to.
difference here is she chose it just because. The other ones, they didn't choose to be mispronounced, but they have to roll with it.
But we didn't do anything wrong. She actually put that name out there.
Why would she do that? Then she's doubling up with Bobby Brown.
Well, I think because the Bubba,
yeah.
the
More
Bubba
memorable.
and the Bubba, Bobby Brown,
And
Millie
also,
Bobby Brown.
is
versus
she
Millie
British?
Bonnie Brown.
Yeah, I never knew she was British.
I'm today years old.
You didn't know?
I did not
No,
know
I
she
had
was
no
British.
idea.
She did that female Sherlock Holmes type thing. What was it called?
I didn't watch it.
With the guy from the Superman dude.
Which
my God, what's the name
Superman?
of that?
Henry
Which
Cavill?
Superman?
Henry Cavill and her, I think they were like siblings or something. I didn't watch it. I
Huh.
saw the Netflix.
Nancy Drew?
No, I don't know what it was called. I just remember it was number one. I think they're doing a sequel to
Let
it.
me see.
What was it
Henry
called?
Cavill.
Oh my
I'll
God, it's
tell
killing me
you.
now.
And Millie Bobby
And
Brown.
Yeah, so Millie Bobby
Millie
Brown.
and Chris
she
Pratt have
chose
a
that.
movie coming out, I think, today.
That's why
Netflix.
she's doing the
What was
podcast.
it called? It was like
Enola Holmes.
Thank you,
Enola
Enola Holmes.
Enola
Thank you.
Is it like
just
Sherlock?
came up.
Is it like Sherlock Holmes? Is it Enola Holmes?
Okay.
And Enola Holmes 3 starts filming a day
Three?
ago.
Oh, they've done two already?
And
God.
Enola Holmes 3 started filming yesterday. Okay, so if you want to make some money and you watch movies and you love pets, here's how you can get paid to watch Pet Flicks. It's a list of movies that you have to watch for review. And it all starts with, let's see, ESA Doctors is an organization that helps people with issues related to emotional support animals. They want to pay you $1,000 to watch pet movies. If you get the gig, you have to watch 5 movies about pets and their owners over a 72-hour period. You will document your reactions and create a blog post about how Hollywood portrays animals' effects on the mental well-being of humans. It sounds like they pick the movies, but they are open to suggestions because when I went to the actual link where you could apply, it says get paid to watch Pet Flicks. It gives you a whole list of movies like All Dogs Go to Heaven, A Dog's Journey, The Secret Life of Pets, Air Bud,
Marley and Me?
Babe,
Marley
Pig in
and
the
Me
City.
is
It
so
goes on there.
emotionally draining.
Homeward Bound is on there. Beethoven is on there.
By the way, speaking
Lassie.
of animals, the cat's out of the bag.
That's another one.
That's what listeners are saying you're trying to say.
Tiger's out of the cage.
Oh,
Cat's
the
out of the
cat's out of the bag. Yes, thank you.
Because back in the day, people would put cats in bags and throw them in the water.
I guess you could say.
That's insane that's the origin of that.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
The cat's out of the bag.
Like kittens and
you can't get it
stuff.
back in. That's insane. By the way, go to
fish is off the
esadoctors.com/petflix if you want to apply to win $1,000 and watch at least 5 pet movies and then talk about how it affects your mental well-being to be with pets. That's all.
Hey, yo. It's time for What's Going Down in H-Town on the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric.
104.1 KRBE.
Okay, I want to give this event more love. Talked about it last hour, but if you've got young kids, the Christina Project is a fantastic organization. They're doing their 5th annual Give a Bag, Get a Bag event. So that's tomorrow morning from 9 until noon. If you've got young kids, it's at 7151 Corporate Drive. You can just Google Christina Christina Project 5th Annual Give-A-Bag, and you'll get all the details. But
Christina's with the CR.
Yeah.
It's not a CHR, it's a CR for Christina
So here's
Project.
what this event is all about. You bring your kids and they volunteer. They decorate bags for kids' meals. So Kids' Meals is this wonderful organization that they provide lunches, healthy lunches, free to kids who otherwise are probably not going to eat.
And it comes in a brown paper bag, so you can decorate the brown paper bag, like with markers and stuff.
Yeah, your kids are going to go decorate all those bags. After they get done with that, then they hop on an art bus and they bring their own bags and they get to fill it with all the art supplies and all the snacks, all the things that they will need for spring break. So this initiative ensures that children in need will have access to fun and engaging activities over spring break, but it also inspires creativity. They can give back and they get.
This is tomorrow, what time?
Starting at 9 a.m. until 12 noon. It's at 7151 Corporate Drive.
Okay, I'm going to throw this your way, too, because yesterday, while we were on the air, a woman came here, and Ahmad intercepted her in the lobby when she was here to drop something off, and she was legit in tears, like devastated, crying, because this means so much to her, and she asked if we could mention it. And it's happening on Sunday, and I thought, you know what, we should.
Okay.
I know that you've done a lot with suicide prevention and all these different
American Foundation
groups
for Suicide Prevention, yeah.
So there's a woman named Karen Honig. Her grandfather died of suicide, and her father died of suicide. And in their world, Poppy is the word for grandpa. So she has created Poppy's Run for Life. She is the founder of Poppy's Run for Life. And it is the anniversary of her father's passing. 3 years ago this week, unfortunately, she lost her dad to suicide. And so she is doing this run, for obviously to raise awareness.
Money for it. Yeah, that's
to
great.
honor those lost to suicide and raise funds for suicide prevention and awareness. It's called Poppy's Run for Life. It's happening on Sunday at Hennessy Park. It's an 8 a.m. run. It's a 5K. And a 1K run walk. So it's Poppy's Run for Life. Karen Honig, her friend loves her so much. Lisa came up here and she was just so beside herself in tears. She just wanted to get the word out because somebody right now listening might be struggling with thoughts of suicide. And even though you might not even think this is a blurb on your radar, just me talking about this run happening might strike a chord with somebody.
Yep, or you got a family member.
Yeah, Poppy's, Poppys, runforlife.com. I'm sorry, Karen, for what you've been through, but I'm so glad you've been able to make this something to be celebrating their memories. And Lisa, you're a great friend for bringing this up here for Karen. So poppysrunforlife.com on Sunday, March 9th at 8 a.m. Now, coming up next, we want to make somebody a winner. Rodeo Houston. Luke Bryan is closing it out on Sunday, March 23rd. And
That's right.
That's right. We've got his voice twin.
Hey.
And his other voice twin. Of course, Raising Cane's is an official sponsor of the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo, and they love this show. So they have been giving us their field level tickets with a parking pass to give away to you,
That's
our
pretty cool.
radio family.
Think about it. They could keep that and they could just go themselves.
Or they could give it to like their customers and whatnot. You know what I mean?
It's
but
been
they're
a
so
nice
If I was
day.
here, I'd be Kevin and Sam would be in the front row. You gonna share that wealth? No.
Yeah, it's 2 field level tickets and a parking pass to see Luke Bryan at Rodeo Houston on March 23rd. And we're going to play the No Name movie game. So we need 4 contestants?
What did we do last time? I think we did all of us.
4.
We had enough time. We did 5.
Oh, we did.
Let's do
Okay,
5.
5.
This is a
Just do
big
4.
prize.
Just do.
No, Sam,
Sam's
you're
like,
gonna
I don't
play.
want to.
No.
You're playing.
No.
All right, here's what we need. 5 people to stand by in line at 833-390-KRBE. Now, you are going to interact in this game, so you better know your movies.
Please know movies.
And we better know movies.
Oh,
because we have to
man.
describe the movie to you, and you have to guess the movie, or you get a point for that. If not, it's the most movies we can get 8 out of